Game, baby.
I go hard in them, you think? I go hard in them, you think? I'm ducked off where the loud is legal. Right next door to Cali where the work a lot cheaper. Take you back in the trap in the 86 Regal. With a pocket full of stones booming like it was legal.
What's going on, Suave?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Thank everybody, man, for popping in and hanging out for season 2, episode 26 of the Man Cave.
I think we got the right number.
Yeah, I think I'm on point. I think I'm on point on this one. But hey, whatever you happen to see or hear here in the Man Cave,
gonna stay right here in the Man Cave. Y'all don't forget that.
Damn right, man. And I'm one of your hosts, SPG.
And I'm your boy, Suave.
And today we got some horrible damn news for you, but you already know all about it, man. I'm going to kick it off to Suave. What is going on, Suave?
Dude, so one, my cholesterol is down, so that's good. So
nice.
That's probably not up, but it's definitely down.
Yeah, it's still losing weight then.
Still losing weight. So, oh man, hold on. Sorry about that. Ooh. Sorry about that. Just supporting. I'm just supporting. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I hear that. Hey.
So we all know that Stadia has shut down. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. You know, if what I'm not okay with is people misinforming the public how things is going on when they don't have all the information or all the details to give their opinion. If you simply just say, because that's all you know, that hey, Stadia shut down, cool. But if you're saying Stadia shut down for this, you better have reasons. And not only those reasons, you better have very good facts that you know why Stadia shut down. Don't assume. Stop assuming.
On that subject, man, way back in the day when about 3 years ago, whatever, when Stadia first got released, there was a whole bunch of content creators, a whole bunch of talking heads, a whole bunch of YouTube celebrities who did, gaming news and other stuff. And a whole bunch of them, man. And they all started shitting on Stadia. And it aggravated me because I was a Stadia user and the facts they were spitting were not facts. Do you know what I mean? The service was stable for me. And there was a whole bunch of misinformation going around, which didn't help Stadia. It didn't kill Stadia either, but it didn't help. And then now we're at the death of Stadia, where Stadia is going to be shutting down. We get like 3 more months to mess around if we want. And then Stadia is going to be working on getting us all refunds. All that's gravy. But content creators are still out there. The YouTube celebrities, man. Angry Joe. I really liked Angry Joe. So, all right, let me back up. Way back when this happened, man, I watched Yang Ye. I watched Dreamcast Guy. All these little news programs, man. I'd watch them and stuff. And they all started spitting and regurgitating misinformation. So I stopped taking their opinion serious. I stopped listening to them at all. No space in the brain pan for their opinions. So I cut them out. I unsubbed. I stopped watching stuff like that. But one person that stuck around with me was Angry Joe, because he's funny, man. He's got funny videos and he does rants on games that are unfinished or that are just straight up broken. So I'm going to take the time for just a second here. We're going to watch about 3 minutes of how Angry Joe handled the death of Stadia. Now, he was pretty nice in some of the aspects because we've had Vile and Venom spit at Google Stadia users before. But just listen to how they describe the network and the service and everything else. It's kind of wild. You ready to watch this, Suave?
Go for it, brother.
All right, man. Now, there may be an echo, but we're going to listen to them, and then we will comment. Here we go. Let me make this full screen. I'm going to mute my mic just in case there's an echo.
All right. Well, now the big news, the one that we've been just rushing to get to is it was a surprise to all of us here at the Angry Joe Show. Stadia is shutting down.
No.
So
What?
No, Joe, don't worry, man.
What?
It'll be all right. We
What
can
am
go
I
to
gonna
support
do?
You're
groups.
gonna mock it.
It'll
The
be
controller
fine.
now.
I know where the fuck is that thing? It's on the ground somewhere for
She
like
was
6
collecting
years.
dust. Now what?
What? You don't say.
yeah.
You don't say. So the model that we said was terrible at the fucking beginning was terrible and led to its fucking demise.
So, in his opinion, and I know I'm probably echoing, sorry if I am.
No, you're not. You're good.
In his opinion, Stadia's demise, part of it was caused by its business model. What business model would that be? He doesn't explain because he's wrong.
Because he don't know.
Yeah, because he doesn't. Exactly, because he doesn't know. Now, I would take all these guys' opinions and I would think that they had hands-on and they had accurate information they were peddling. They don't. Go ahead.
I would say that if you actually worked for Google and in the department where it's marketing, and then you said that comment, okay, it holds value. This guy just some average Joe.
That's just it, though. The business model is to buy a game and you can play it. You don't have to opt into their system. There is an echo. Okay, I'm going to quit talking and we're going to watch this real quick and then we'll take it off.
Get out of here. I read an article that said, oh, it's because people don't trust Google. No, it's because it was a piece of shit fucking
business
deal.
model.
It was a terrible business model. It was a terrible deal. And yeah, I will say somewhere in there, it's like the digital content and then repaying and then Google. Yeah, that's somewhere in there because where the fuck is Google Glass? Where the fuck are some of these other Google projects that they abandoned? But I would say that's like third, fourth on the list rather than it just being a bad idea. And when it first came out, you remember his shit was not working. There was a ton of lag, et cetera, et cetera. Now they got those issues fixed.
You had to be in the top 1% of the 1% of internet users in the country. Otherwise, the shit just wouldn't work.
I do.
Okay. All right. I think we've heard enough of this shit. Hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. Did you hear what he just said? You had to be in the top 1% of the infrastructure of the country to have Stadia work good. Now they go on. True. It's not true. It doesn't make any sense. Stadia was solid. Go ahead.
Dude, at the time when Stadia came out, I had the weakest of the weakest internet and was still able to play this thing with no problem. And you can check now me saying something speaks facts because
how many thousands of hours? How many thousands?
You can check. I got over 8,000 hours played. So I'm definitely a good, reliable source on telling you the ins and outs about Stadia.
Yes.
Not some person that probably didn't cut it out. He probably don't even own. All right. Well, okay. One guy mentioned that he had a controller, but we don't know. We don't know for facts. We don't know. But let's say they did get one. Man, they probably played that thing maybe for like 20, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even long enough to see the transition of things happening.
Well, what it is, Dismal's hitting it right there. They haven't touched Stadia since they gave it their first initial bogus review. So they copied and pasted from previous stuff they've already had typed up and written. They haven't touched it or messed with it since then. But my overall point is this. Even the exit of Stadia, the misinformation is still going on. The shit was stable. The tech was there. And you didn't have to have the best internet to run the shit. But I guess what my point is that these guys did it in the beginning and they're still doing it now of spreading the misinformation. Now, Stadia's gone. Stadia's dead. I think a lot of people are going to miss and mourn the ease of use and a whole bunch of the features that we kind of took for granted. I'm switching over to other services right now, and I feel at a disadvantage compared to Stadia. Yeah, there's tons more games and more variety for me to choose from.
But do you want more games or do you want a quality gameplay? Do you want more games or do you want
both
better technology?
I'll be honest.
So
I'll be honest
about uploading and downloading and all that stuff.
No, I hear you.
Want more games or do you want a clear picture on your screen when you go live and it's in 4K, even when you don't even have a 4K technology.
You're mentioning,
tell me.
you're mentioning the magic of Stadia, and that was the magic of Stadia, man. It brought you quality over your internet connection for AAA games, and I think it was amazing. A whole lot feel like they're losing a lot. I'm losing my backlog. I did want to play through a lot of those games. Sadly, I'm not buying them. I'm not buying them all again. I'm gonna buy a few of them, but I'm not gonna buy them all again. Here, let's see what Dismal has to say. He says, for me, it's when I started to see game sequels not showing up. For me, someone who looks forward to every year. Ooh, yeah, that's very true. Especially like the Assassin's Creed. That just happened with Assassin's Creed.
This is what I think, and I'm gonna say this to Decimal. When you're a new business, brother, you gotta expect that it's not gonna happen overnight. I mean, come on now. That's just let's just speak on what's facts. Google came out with this technology, and because people that had the resources to support them were not bringing their games here, that's not a Google thing. This is something of the bias thing. Everybody was speaking of bias, like, hey, I don't want to do that because of this. Man, they could have, all those developers could have been, without a doubt, sat down with Google and said, hey, I mean, your new program, I invest in it. I mean, this is the fee that we charge everyone else. Can you pay this fee? And I don't care if it's on this platform, that platform, or that platform. But they didn't do that, because of the negativity out there.
Well, I don't think it was negativity. I think it was I think it was a straight up business thing. It was, how much is it going to cost to keep this service to run versus how much is it to just refund everybody? And they found their answer. I ain't saying it's the right one, but they found their answer. For me, I think it would have been better for myself. Now, I do appreciate a Stadia stimulus check, and I hope I get it. But
I know hope in it, bro.
I know. I'm saying they could completely try to insert the tip and give you all Google Play credits back.
Right.
Okay.
Oh man, that'll be bad.
That. I'm not interested in that. Okay.
That's like, hey, they're gonna give it to us all in Bitcoin money.
Hey, no.
We're gonna be Bitcoin rich, baby. We're about to be Bitcoin rich. Like, yeah, you can have all your money, but the currency is in Bitcoin.
Yep. But to be honest though, Swab, I want both, man. But Stadia's
the Bitcoin money and the Google money? Oh, okay, then.
No. I want that Stadia stimulus, man. But I mean, they shut it down, man. But these talking heads that thought they knew what they were talking about, who never gave you facts, are still at it, man. I know Angry Joe is like tongue in cheek and it's fun and he's not too serious about the stuff. But what we just heard right there, that sounded like, hey, speaking from experience, you've got to have this internet to play Stadia. Yeah, all that's garbage. Yeah. I hate that shit, man. So I lost a little more. I don't know, man. I mean,
dude, when you look, this is the thing.
Put your hands on it. You kick the tire.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You go through the experience, because I was a PlayStation 4 player for the longest for years. You know what I'm saying? Since PlayStation 4 came out. And I could tell you the ins and outs of that. And then I switched over to Stadia. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference when you're not participating in those things, and then you have a voice to say those things. Oh, okay, you got a voice, you can say whatever you want to say, but we're asking for facts, Angry Joe, not something that you just heard or you assuming anything. And then if you say what you're gonna say, then back it up with how you know this. How do you know this, Angry Joe? We want to know.
Right. Well, he's basically like, if you're saying the same things he's saying and you're saying I've heard, people have said to me, that's completely legitimate. But the way they described it, it sounded like it was personal experience for them that they had that internet issue. And I don't know. I don't like my example is Yang Ye. He can have a incredibly horrible opinion on something and I won't even hear it anymore. But I do tune into Angry Joe, and it just shocked me that the the thing is there. They go watch the video, everybody that's here though, for real, because it's only about 3 to 5 minutes long where they discuss it, but it's much longer, and he does throw them a bone for their tech and stuff. But he says all of us.
No, they don't really throw them.
Yeah, they kind of do. But he straight up says,
a soft apology.
He straight up says we were all adults and we should have known the service was going to be disappeared. That's basically what their end result was.
That's just like investing in the stock market, bro. If you just rolling the dice on it. If you believe in it, if you believe in that product, then you're gonna invest in it. And if you believe you should invest more than what other people are investing, then you're gonna do it.
And
you know
just take example of the new 40 series cards. A good marketing person or a good salesman can sell you fucking anything. Make you feel like you need it. You got to have it. They did that with Stadia to me over the not needing hardware, and they delivered for a long time. But now, sadly, it's gone, and I had to look into more hardware.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this though, man. Stadia gave me everything I was asking for. Now, for a gamer like me, I felt like it was a good investment. You know, now things I cannot control ended us in not playing Stadia anymore. But that's out of my control.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, everything that I wanted in the game, they delivered. It was there. You know what I'm saying? And then they gave me extra stuff that I wasn't even asking for. That I didn't even realize I had.
The things I noticed with Stadia towards the end is that a lot of the people I originally started playing with, like Dismal, split off, and we weren't really playing that much together anymore. That's all going to change now because I've branched out into PC gaming. I've branched out into xCloud. And I've always been on GFN. And then the games didn't come, and the people who wanted those games started flaking off from Stadia to chase those games. It was kind of a vicious cycle. But I don't feel gypped. My time was well spent. I am depressed that I'm going to look at my backlog. That's a no log now. I'll never play through a lot of those games. That's really sad. And I don't get to keep them. And this is my fault. Stadia never told me, hey, keep paying for Pro and you get to keep those games forever, even if we shut down. They never said that. I always thought that they would shut down their upscaling operations to where no more 1440p upscaled to 4K. I figured maybe we'd be able to keep playing our games at 1080p, and they would divest from it, and it would slowly die from no updates and other stuff, but it would leave the door open for them to invest later down the road. But instead, they pulled the plug and are refunding everything. Like I mentioned on the Rock Show, it's big fucking news. It's the equivalent of the PlayStation, Sony, 2 years in going, shit, we fucked up, boys. Sorry, here's all the money back for the hardware. Here's all the money back for the games. It's an amazing situation. And I don't think they gave us 3 months to keep playing Stadia. They gave us 3 months to figure out the shithole mess it's going to be, to give everyone refunds and to try to figure out how to do that. I think that's where the 3 months are coming in.
I think that I have a lot of respect for Google as a business on this aspect. You invest your money in, and then they gonna give it back to you. Now, if you don't know anything about business, you know about fair being fair. No other company that I've ever heard of would do something like that. If Sony had brought out the PS5 and then there was some glitches or anything that y'all was having in, like, I don't know, 3 months after you bought it or a year after you bought it, I can almost guarantee you that, well, I'm gonna have faith. I'm 95% sure Sony will not give all those people money back and say, hey, here's your money back. We built something that wasn't good. No, they're gonna look at you like, hey, you spent your money on it. You didn't have to.
Right.
And now your money is our money. So we don't owe you anything.
But what's crazy about it, Google did build something worth something.
What's that?
Google Stadia. They did build but they're giving us a refund. Like, people had to make that shit. They had to ship that stuff. Like, they're losing so much, man. It's just remarkable. It's a remarkable turnaround for me. I can't wait for the in-depth freaking retro documentary in gaming that's going to be about Google Stadia. I hope they go as deep back into the boardrooms to go, yeah, this dude threw his nuts down on the table and said it's over. You know, I would love to do that.
We may not ever know the real reason why they backed out of the deal and pulled Stadia and all this stuff, but there is a reason. But everybody out there assuming and guessing and all this, and just stop, because you don't know. Like you don't work for Google. You don't like, not in that department. You wasn't there in the room where you could see why they chose this. You know what I'm saying?
Now this makes a little more sense. Jeff says they are adding the refunds in 2023 so the write-offs go against next year's revenues and can spread the loss over multiple years. That's what you call the USA's giant loophole system. We called our tax law. You can drive semis through that shit.
That's not only that, but that's good business planning. I mean, you made a product. Like if you was a small business, you would do the same thing.
Okay, Suave. I'm going to go ahead and bring out one of our guests as you tell us what's the fallout for you. Where are you going to be playing? What are you doing, man? What transition are you looking at?
So I've said this multiple times. I'm definitely gonna, become a bodybuilder now.
Yeah,
I think it's my passion. Look me up on suavebecomesabodybuilder.com.
Man, as your shoulders get bigger, your head's getting smaller. What's going on?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost my neck. I lost my neck, and I don't know if y'all gonna be comfortable with this now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
I gotta get comfortable with me talking like this.
What's up, guys?
Wilson, what are your quick thoughts, Wilson, man, on this whole shit show, buddy?
Oh, well, your quick thoughts. It just fucking blows, to put it frank. It blows.
Oh, no.
It truly is terrible, man. I mean, we all gamed on here, we all hung out on here, we all met on here, and now here it's a tree that's been felled and getting turned into lumber wood, and we're a bunch of ants with no home.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. I've jumped over to xCloud, and I'm digging it so far, man. I like installing stuff locally as well. But it is not the same, man. To jump into a game, it is way more like you got to be motivated to play that damn game. Stadia, I could sit down and go, I got 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. I'm not cranking up my fan curve and setting everything up with a 4K. No, I'm not doing all that for 30 minutes,
bro. So you're trying to get everything that you got out of Stadia from all the other platforms, and you're having to get what, like 4 things, like a ridiculous amount of things, 4 different things, just to compete with Stadia, and still it's not the same ease of access, right, bro? I'm in my own boat, I'm just trying to find one thing that can do it for me to some degree. And I can't find any solution myself, mate. I can't find a single one that was as easy as Stadia was for me. Nothing that's as budget friendly or nothing like that. So it's ridiculous. It really is.
I mean, really, for a lot of people, it's a financial solution to this problem. But the only good thing is that Google is paying us back. And as Dismal was saying, it's not out of the kindness of their heart. People.
Oh no, they're covering that.
Yeah.
They're covering their tails. They're doing the bare minimum that covers their tails legally, which, fair play. That's what any business will bloody do.
That tax law thing makes perfect sense, though. Yeah. They can spread it out over multiple years and absorb that impact rather than take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I have this one point to everyone who says, well, you're going to have 500 quid back. You're going to have $1,000 back. Invest that in a PC or an Xbox, right? That might be the case that people get 500 quid back or $1,000 back. But my personal case is I've never had 500 quid to spare, right? Not in my current predicament anyway, with my back issues and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And when I got Stadia, I didn't have 500 quid and decide to throw it at Stadia. I've had drips and drabs that I've been able to chuck away at Stadia, like little bits here and there that I've been able to contribute to being able to keep on with my friends. If I get 500 quid, I don't want to be able to put that into a console, because I would like to spend 500 quid on a new bloody washing machine or cooker or something that helps me out with my house. Do you know what I mean? If I have that lump sum, I don't have that free to spend on gaming. I now have free money to improve my life because everything's falling apart around me. You know what I mean? And that's the case for a lot of people. Like, it's not a free 500 quid back. Like, they're going to get 500 quid and they're going to go, all right, finally, that's something to cover these bills that I've not been able to look at for the past 3 months.
True, because you didn't put all that into it all at one go either. It
No,
was spread
exactly.
way out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What are your thoughts, Rudigs? This show is only about 20 minutes, so we've gone over. But go ahead, man. What are you thinking? Where are you at?
Well, my heart hurts. I mean, I invested a lot into Stadia. I'm right up there with Suave in the hours played. So, taking away that whole ecosystem, games click to play, Red Dead now being 150 gigabytes, like just starting to realize Destiny's 100 gigabytes. So just adjusting to this new world. Luckily, I just said, F it and used my refund today and picked up something that has been talking about the PS5. So I'm jumping into that ecosystem. I'm going to boot up the cloud, see how that is.
Right.
It's not what I want to do. I feel like I'm devolving in a way in my gameplay and how I want to play, but that's just the reality of the situation. And if I don't want to miss out on great games, good experiences that I love now because Stadia got me back into gaming, this is the move that I thought was best for myself. So hopefully I don't get ostracized. But I just want to play good games.
What do you think? What do you both?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What game on Stadia you spent the most hours on? Because I have a follow-up question.
I can answer
Destiny,
that.
Yeah, Destiny 2.
Okay. So you don't think you're going to be playing Destiny on the PS5?
I 100% am going to be, that's going to be number one game. And if anything, I'm thinking Destiny 2 is going to enter the PS Cloud space with that Sony Destiny deal very soon. So that's where I want to play.
So you guys, Wilson and Rudigs, you guys watched that Angry Joe, that little bit that I played. What do you think about that? That people are still that fucked in their head and not like just parroting shit, not even knowing it, just parroting it. And it's millions and millions of subs. When they open their mouth, people pick up what they say and fucking run with it. And now 10,000 14-year-olds are spewing that shit to all their friends that like,
Do you know what I say? We want to talk about all these different things that killed Stadia. That's what killed Stadia. Is the past 3 years that Stadia's been alive, no one ever gave it. Yeah, the money did, but also if for the past 3 years it wasn't buried by a billion people saying it's terrible when it isn't, then it could have been it would have been a platform that had a user base comparable to bloody Steam or something like that. But it doesn't have that because all that's happened for the past 3 years is people have took turds on it left, right, and center. And now people are just still doing it, ignorantly taking turds on something that they've not even experienced for themselves.
Well, to hear that the internet comment made my brain go like
just no research, no actual experience, but you're going to talk about it like it's fact.
Yep.
It's like hating things that you don't know are going to make
or
you
don't
more
understand.
Popular. So that's why you do it, and that's your reasons for doing things.
And all the people saying that, and all the people.
Sounds like racism.
Well, that's why I got rid of all the other creators that I would listen to and take their opinions on something. Hey, I want this game. What did they think? Oh, they didn't like it, man. And they've been on point with the stuff that me and, like they're usually aligned with me and on stuff. Like, I don't care about any of these guys' opinion anymore. I'm gonna go get a free trial of the game, or I'm just gonna buy it and kick the tires and see what I think. But the way they describe it is they describe it's like experience, and it's not, and it's very paper thin. I mean, very, 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 very paper thin, and that shit drives me crazy. I mean, they could have shit on it the whole time and talked major trash. They really didn't compared to a lot of the videos that I've seen. But to still hear them sitting there like they're an authority on the news and describe it in a complete wrong way, like the business model's garbage, right? No, I would say if you can't buy a game, that is a garbage business model for me. Yeah. So
it's straight up lazy arrogance is what it is. It's lazy
we got
arrogance.
Another one. This is a packed man cave. How do you like the man cave, Lo-Fi?
Oh, it's nice. It's nice.
You like all the chairs and TVs, man?
Man,
there's a lot of meat in here.
All that leather. What's up, man?
It is a sausage party. What's up, Lo-Fi? We're about to jump off here, bro, but we would love to hear your thoughts, man. What are your thoughts and what are your plans?
Well, I'll tell you what I just experienced, and this isn't. I'm not dropping salt on it. I was in a BetCloud's stream before I got here, and we were chatting, and Christopher Torres was in there, and anyway, I kind of got to the point like David was saying the other day, like, man, this is too much. Trying to figure out what to do about this situation or whatever.
Yeah.
And
real life gets in the way.
Yeah, real life. You know? Yeah, definitely. And I was telling them, I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about my gaming. And I was like telling them, my situation kind of, and Christopher Torres was like, stop, Lo-Fi. No, you got options. And that's the thing. Everybody's a different type of gamer. Like I'm not really the type of gamer that just runs through games. I got 1 or 2 games I play, and then Stadia happened, and it brought me into trying out all these games all the time. And I didn't have to, like David was saying, it's money over time. It's not all at once. I didn't have to just, like, I got a library of 200 games. I didn't have to buy them all at one time. And I barely spent any money. Like some people spent a couple $1,000s. I think I've spent less than $200 since I've been on the platform just by taking advantage of sales and things like that. But it's not, now that that's gone, the only option I have is a subscription service. I can't just buy my game and then that's it. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
I have to pay a subscription service. And some people are, a lot of people are saying, well, I'm not doing consoles. I'm a cloud gamer, and I'm looking for a cloud space where I can play comfortably. And then to top it off, it's like, it's kind of, for me personally, it's, I don't really see the point in me running through a bunch of games if I'm not creating content. If I'm going to be creating content, then I'm going to need that selection of games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in this weird space of like, I don't know how my gaming's going to go. I don't know how my content's going to go. I'm just playing it by ear. And it's tough. It's tough for me. Yeah. Because it came into my life and it changed it in a way I didn't expect it. And it's not like it's gonna kill me or anything. I'm gonna be all right if I don't ever play a game again. But at the same time, like, I don't want to go back to that. Like I was having fun. You brought me into a world. Man. Yeah.
So we've got something special here. No one wants to lose that special thing that we have.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. And it's going away, and it's going away with us or without us. So we do have to figure out other means. And the sad thing is that some people aren't going to be able to find a way. And that is sad, especially for content creators like Lo-Fi and other people that kind of depended on that infrastructure that they gave us, that a lot of us took for granted.
Because it's not just one thing. Dude, these features were huge. Even if some people are like, oh, well, whatever, I don't care about those features. Because maybe they just weren't for them. I don't know what the problem was. But for me, this direct streaming and everything else, you can't replace it. You can't replace
you can do Luna now, though, too. You can use Luna just like you did Stadia, but you can't buy your game.
But I'm just pointing out like how we've all been staying in Stadia chats while we play games and stuff. Like, we're like, what is this? Why do we have to do it this way? Like, maybe it's just us getting used to the new ecosystem or whatever. But like even Bet was saying, I've been trying to tell people Boosteroid and GFN, they got the games. And it's like, bro, I think we're all realizing it wasn't necessarily about any game.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about that. That's not what drew us here. So
there was a whole lot to it, and it wasn't just gaming. Boys, I am going to end it here, but listen, every single one of you that are here right now are welcome back on Thursday. Suave, go ahead and tell us what's up on the next episode, sir.
Man,
shout out to Bet. Thank you for helping me out, Bet.
We're gonna be doing part 2 of this topic, man, on Thursday on the Climax YouTube channel, man. That's the Climax, THE, Climax spelled with a K, KLIMAX. Not the Killmax.
Not the Killmax.
Not the Killmax, but the Climax. It's just Climax spelled with a K. That's all.
That's right. It's always a good time at the Climax.
Always.
Always.
We're gonna make you feel comfortable, give you some very relaxed seating. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what goes on next? In the
Hell yeah. But yeah, hopefully all you guys can join us, and we will start the show with everybody. I think it'd be great to pick up right here where we left off, guys.
Oh yeah.
All righty. Well, Suave, this has been a banger episode, man, of the Man Cave. We haven't had this many people in at one time, man.
Man, dude, we gotta start inviting guests more often. We like the fame though. You know what I'm saying? Like this our Man Cave.
Awesome. We're gonna have to invite a female though. There was a lot of sausage in here today. All right, guys. we are out of here. Thank you for joining us for season 2, episode 26 of the Man Cave, and we will see you at episode 27 at Suave's channel, The Climax. Later, guys.
Woo.
The app game, baby.
I go hard in the paint. I go hard in the paint. I'm ducked off where the loud is legal. Right next door to Cali where the work a lot cheaper. Take you back in the trap in the 86 Regal. With a pocket full of stones, boom.